Hey, it's Lauren. I'm so sorry I couldn't be there in person, but I wanted to share this video to explain a little bit about my neurodiversity and explaining what my brain looks like. So I'm going to show you how I can recognize the human brain in the only way that makes so much sense to me, through technology. Let's dive into it and let's have some fun. Here's my friend, the brain, and the trusty laptop mouse and keyboard. I'm sure a lot of you are probably familiar, but technology is something we use in our everyday life. I'm recording this on my laptop, and technology is the reason I'm able to give this presentation and share my wonderful neurodivergency with you. So I like to best call how I use technology to help show the world my differences in my neurodiversity through using an umbrella analogy. So basically, like how neurodiversity is an umbrella, the way I see it is neurodiversity is the umbrella allowing me to show all of my cool different traits, creativities, and special interests with the world, in addition to also having a unique brain. Now, this is true for everyone. We can use tech in all areas of our life. And to understand more about how the human mind actually works, I'm going to show you how to read my own brainwaves and a little bit about the tech on how you all can read your own brainwaves in the future. And yes, this is a superpower and actually true. Here is a look into my brain and how I was able to read my actual brain. So, as you can see in the top corner over here, I'm wearing this weird looking hat, and that's called an EEG device, which actually transmits the electricity from your neurons firing, which is like your different brain cells, and through when you are thinking about different thoughts and trying to perform different tasks either with your body or with your mind. Say when you're doing a math problem, a lot of your neurons are firing, even if you're neurodivergent. If you're not, the actual pattern of how they fire is different from person to person, but we all have this cool thing that we can read our brains, even if we are neurodivergent or neurotypical. So with wearing this weird hat, I'm able to see the different areas of my brain light up just through closing and opening my eyes. And the action of closing and opening my eyes is activating different parts of my brain. I like to think of this even with someone who, like myself, is neurodivergent and maybe someone who is neurotypical. Even when we still do the same action, our brains are still functioning similarly. They might have some differences if we really break it down to the cell level and the really microscopic level, but I think it's really cool because even through technology, we can see how unique our brains are and how special they are regardless of our differences. And something I like to do with my neurodivergent exceptionalities and differences is educate others through this. So it's pretty cool, and you can read my brain. And then this works basically through code in the computer, and I'm wearing the weird hat to help transmit the neurological activity. And there's me turning it off with my lovely hat. So reading my brain and how I was able to do that was with something called BCIs for short, or brain computer interfaces. And it sounds exactly like the name, but basically you have a computer or some type of laptop, phone. In this example, I used a laptop. And then you put in a bunch of letters and different types of characters from your keyboard, which is code. So you would just like type in different words and different strings of code. And then through using a weird looking headband or hat, as you could see in the video that I was wearing, those are called an EEG, which takes all this information from the computer and interacts with the information in your brain from the neurons firing. So all of the different energy that they have. And then through using the computer and understanding the code and translating that, you can get a result and like a physical thing of what activity is looking like in your brain. And here's just kind of a happy brain because it's being able to be seen through code. And that's how I like to show my neurodiversity, through different types of technology and neurotechnology. So if anyone is saying how science is not cool and you can't actually read people's minds, you actually can read people's minds. And it's all thanks to brain-computer interfaces, which is a type of neurotechnology, or you could say BCIs. For having our brains and neurodiversity being an umbrella, a really cool thing is that we can see all of our different brains here doing different activities that may embark on their own special interest. And special interests are something that a lot of neurodivergent individuals really enjoy doing. And most of the time, they can really own in on some of their unique traits and really have fun performing and doing whatever their special interest is. I think it's really cool to see. It's almost like when you're baking a cake and you have to put all the different ingredients into your cake and mix it all together to make sure that it'll come out as that lovely, fluffy cake slice product that you want. And with an umbrella, you want to stay dry. And then with neurodiversity, having all these different cool brains come together, neurodivergent individuals, non-neurodivergent individuals, really anyone can, exhibit things that they are passionate about doing and share them with the world. And that's how the world is becoming a place where we can all accept each other and include everyone. So, there's this little brain that maybe has its superpower with reading, and this brain who could be an athlete, and this one's just excited to talk about their special interest, or one maybe might be a musician. And I think it's really fun to have these brains as a little type of representation for all of us and all of you sitting in the audience. So whether or not you're neurodivergent or you're neurotypical, I urge you all to think about what one of these brains, or what one of these brains that's not actually on the screen would be you, and how do you show your cool interest and traits and share them with the world. Hey, thank you so much for watching the rest of this video. I hope you all enjoyed it, and I hope I was able to teach you something a little bit about either neurotechnology, neurodiversity, or just myself in general. I really hope you guys had a good neurodiversity celebration week, and I wish you all the best, and I hope I can be in person one time. Thank you all, and stay curious, stay kind, and have fun.